Happy holidays, Taurus. Welcome to your December 2014 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, just want to give you a quick reminder to check out the video for your rising sign as well if you know it. That can give you some more information about other things and issues you may be dealing with in December. Of course, if you would like something far more specific, and if you're concerned about any issues or just want to see how 2015 is going to be playing out for you, drop me a line to schedule a private consultation. I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. You can drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video to get that set up. Please be patient. It can take a few days for me to get back to you if there are a number of people ahead of you. Also wanted to mention I do have gift certificates available for the holidays. I'll have those available through December 19th. After that, I'll be out of town, but if you can get that to me by then, if you'd like to give a loved one a reading with me, let me know. And it's just a PDF file. I'll send it to you. You can either email it to them or print it out and put it in their stocking or hand it to them or mail it to them. Remember mail? Remember snail mail? You can do that too. Yeah, that's how that works. So drop me a line also if you would like to purchase one of those. And without further ado, Taurus, let's jump into December 2014 and see what's going to be shaking for you guys. They have a lot of things they want to tell you. So bear with me while I get all of these turned over. Let's see where they want to go. Wow. Okay, let's see what the tarot wants to add or clarify here. Okay, Taurus. Challenge around for December 2014 has to do with what I'm hearing is an old problem is resurrected. Something that you thought was buried is brought up again. So, or an old issue that maybe you've dealt with is brought up again, and it's something that's disruptive, or it's, you know, it's a hot button issue, or it's you know, an example might be an addiction problem that you have. You know, maybe you've been sober for a number of years, but now suddenly maybe you have a relapse or you fall off the wagon. That's an extreme case, but most likely it has to do with it has to do with not using your better judgment, not using your wisdom. You or someone else, Taurus. It could be that you're dealing with somebody who is, you know, dealing with an issue like that, and you are, you know, it causes disruption in your life because maybe it's someone close to you. So this could be family, again, with the holidays in December. You know, it could be somebody who is, you know, having some issues or being disruptive to the rest of the family. Could, you know, there could also be arguments, things like that, which is kind of par for the course this time of year. For some of you, this may be delays around travel, or maybe difficulty getting travel set up because maybe you're not sure if you're going to be able to make it, so you have to wait till the late date. Now you're like, oh my God, that's expensive. I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. There may be something around travel that's causing, you know, the disruption and delays, and that has come up for every sign. It's also coming up for you, Taurus. So like I've been telling everybody else, I do feel like maybe we will have some weather that affects flights all across the United States. If you're driving, I mean, it could be that you are running into some weather, and even if you're just driving around locally, do be careful. Take your time. You know, just tell them to start dinner without you. It'll be all right. You know, you'll get there when you get there. So yeah, there may be stuff going on around travel, and definitely use your judgment. If you're feeling apprehensive or nervous about driving in weather or nervous about traveling, then trust that intuition. Either, you know, change your flight, put it off, maybe go earlier or later to kind of miss those heavy travel days, the 23rd and 24th, and see if maybe you have to go after Christmas, you know, and stay through New Year's, something. There may be an adjustment to be made around travel. For a lot of you though, I feel like this will be something a bit more personal, a bit more, again, dealing with judgment and somebody not using their judgment, and an old issue coming back up for, I would say discussion, but what I'm seeing is argument. An old issue coming up for more arguing. Let's see what help is going to be available to you regarding that, your challenge. It's almost like the only way to win that argument is to not engage. So the runes are suggesting if you can change the subject, if it's something someone else brings up, you know, even if it's regarding someone else, even if it's not regarding you, there's no resolving this. But it does seem that you might be able to change the subject. You may be able to, you know, and Taurus, you normally have that kind of calm, patient. Of course, this is very general. That's why when I say these are very general readings, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you normally have a more patient disposition. You are able to control your temper a little better than, especially if you're dealing with fire signs and air signs. So, I mean, you're normally able to control your temper a little bit better than other members of the family who may not. So you may be able to, you may be the one who has to kind of bring things around and ground it, because there's nothing to be gained. What's going to happen if this escalates out of control is that feelings are going to be hurt. People are going to be hurt. No one's going to win. You know, and maybe this is just the dynamic of your family. Maybe every year it's like this. And you're just kind of like, oh, I don't really want to go, or you're dreading it. You know, some of you may be dreading it. You know, or maybe these people are coming to your house and you're dreading it. Maybe you're hosting the holidays and you're just kind of dreading having to deal with the same old, the dynamic of the family. But the help that's going to be available to you, I do feel, if you try to redirect a conversation, if you try to table a conversation, if you can kind of get it, let's just agree to disagree. And this is this is ruining everybody's evening. Let's change the subject. Let's move on to something all, you know, a happier conversation. For those of you dealing with justice or the justice system or legalities or government stuff, I do feel like delays are going to be beneficial for you in December. If you try to push ahead with something, like, you know, maybe you're just trying to get something out of the way before the end of the year, and you're really trying to get your lawyer or you know, the officials you're dealing with to push through and get something settled before December, it seems like that will hurt you. So remember that delays are beneficial. They're actually going to work out better for you in the long run when it comes to dealing with bureaucratic organizations, governmental agencies, legal cases, anything like divorces, anything like that. Table it through the holidays. There's this mad rush in December to get everything ever that was ever started in the world done in those 2 weeks of December before the holidays, and it's just silly. So that's never, you know, it never happens. Some things maybe get done, but that you're never going to finish everything up in 2 weeks. So, you know, it really is just a matter of understanding that those types of things, the delays, don't let them bother you. Don't sweat it. Sure, you may have wanted it done, but it's not going to happen. So just table it. It's actually going to be better when it comes next year. So don't worry about it. Let it go. Let it go. Find your bliss. Don't stress about it, because the universe is working something better out for you. And this delay is necessary to make it happen for whatever reason. And you may not understand that in December. When it comes to communication, what they're saying is don't expect, you know, people who have been difficult to communicate with to have turned over a new leaf. They're still going to be as difficult as they always were. Or disagreeable people that you disagree with. Because with this rune, this is somebody who is very stubborn, very self-centered. and they're never going to see anybody else's viewpoint. Now, Taurus, this sometimes can be you. You can be the most stubborn of the zodiac. You can dig your heels in, just like a bull, and, you know, and be immovable. And if nobody listens to you or does what you want, or, you know, kind of takes your tactic, you can be like the proverbial bull in the china shop and just kind of, you know, run through there and you know, haven't help anybody who gets in your way. Now, again, you do have a long rope though. You do have, before you get to that point, but you know what? You may have a family that just, family members know how to push each other's buttons. You know, so you may just be dealing with somebody who can really get you to the end of your normally pretty long rope rather quickly. More quickly than most, maybe. So it may be difficult for you to rein that in. It may be difficult for you to not engage, even though you know, going back to this, there is no winning this argument. Everyone loses. Everyone loses if you engage in this battle. Or this could be just coming up around those travel difficulties. Yeah, you can get into it with the airline people, but I mean, they can't produce a plane that you can get on any faster. So yes, it's frustrating. Yes, it's you know, travel is stressful anyway, and if you add delays into it, that's even worse. But the person at the counter has no control over that. They're trying to do their job and earn a living and maybe get home to their family for the holidays. So try your best to, you know, call in the joy of the season and attract that to you, and try to carry it with you. You know, and keep it with you throughout the season. And if you can do that, and it's not going to be easy, and I don't want you to think it's all going to be horrible though, Taurus. There are just those moments, you know. There are just, it's like if you have the moment early with the travel, then I feel like most of you will have gotten it out of the way. You know, it seems like if you can get through that part, you can deal with anything else. Or, you know, it's one delay with traveling, and then that one little things start to get a little heated, but if you can simmer it back down. Because I feel like you're the key to this, Taurus, in a lot of the situations. You're the one who can kind of turn that flame down. You know, maybe it doesn't even involve you. Maybe it's between two people that you care about. Maybe you agree with your dad that your brother has, you know, made a stupid decision, but, you know, Christmas dinner is really not the time to discuss it, you know, because it ruins everybody else's holiday if it degenerates into an argument. So big picture, Taurus. But yeah, it just seems like a few moments. And so, yeah, if you could find kind of your inner power animal in those moments and bring the vibration back down, I feel like everybody will fall into line and follow suit, which is great. You know, you can save Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate in December. You can save it and kind of be the hero there. What can't be changed about December is there is going to be delay around travel for a lot of people. Even if it doesn't affect you, it does seem like it will affect someone trying to get home for the holidays or trying to get there. But they will get there. So, I mean, in the end, with this rune, Ing, you're going to be fortunate, even though there may be frustrating delays. You will be fortunate to get on that next flight. So I don't feel like you'll be waiting super long, most of you. You know, now watch your rising sign. That's a case where watching your rising sign can give you more information because, like I said, everybody has gotten stuff about travel delays for December. But in the end, if you follow the advice of the runes, you can have a very, very happy holiday, and those frustrations will be quickly forgotten, you know, or delays will be quickly forgotten. I don't feel like there'll be a problem for too many people on the way back. They might be. Just depends, because you'll all, of course, be traveling at different times. But it seems like getting there is because I keep getting all these indications that people are waiting on someone to show up. So I feel like most of these will be happening around those peak travel times to get home for the holidays. By the end of December, some of you are going to feel like, I think maybe with 2014, you've almost reached a financial goal or a completion of some sort when it comes to finances. It's like you were almost there, but you couldn't quite. And maybe that's what this thing is. You were trying to rush here. Maybe you were trying to get a business started for 2014 and you almost got the last piece in place, and then the holidays kind of knock it out. It's still going to happen. It's just going to happen, you know, next year. You'll complete whatever this financial goal is next year. So that's going to be different for all of you. Maybe it's buying a home. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's changing a job. Maybe it's a creative project. Maybe it's renovating, you know, your home, or making a large purchase of some sort, a car or something. If it didn't happen in 2014, just remember that you're going to get a better deal on whatever this is next year, or it's going to work out better for you, the completion, the harvest next year. So yeah, just keep your patience. Keep your patience going, because you're almost there. You know, and you've got protection around you regarding this. So if you've been concerned about finances, for some of you, it's just going to be like, oh my God, December, I'm spending so much money. And, you know, earth signs tend to be very practical. You budget, you know where every cent is going, and watching all of that go out in December, it's like, you know, it kind of nicks away a little bit at you, a little bit at a time. Each bit spent, each gift bought, you travel, and, you know, by the end, you're just like, oh my God, we will never be able to buy anything ever again. Which is not the case. You know, I feel like, yeah, you may be a little depleted in December, but you're protected there. It's either not as bad as you're thinking, or, you know, you will quickly recoup those expenses. You'll recover from it rather quickly. You will maybe, you know, if you have to rebudget for the first few months of 2015 to have some extra in the stores, you may, you know, pay lower amounts on the credit cards until you can get one paid off. You'll figure out a way to do it, Taurus, because again, you're very good at arranging your money, budgeting your money. Usually, you know, if not, you may consult someone who can help you with that. You may, you know, be talking to a financial advisor or something to kind of help you out with that. You may, or just researching online. In January, there's a Mercury retrograde in January. So, you know, that's a great time for research. Maybe you're just going to be like, okay, I need a quick solution to building up our savings, or building up my reserves financially. So yeah, whatever your goal is regarding finances, Taurus, you know, if there's a delay around it in December, or if it's just that there's a lot going out, you will recoup that, or you'll be able to finish that up in 2015. So be sure to check back. I will be posting 2015 overviews for all of the signs. We'll be looking at the whole year. So if you subscribe, you will get a message when I upload that. If not, be sure to check back for those. They'll be posted probably around the last week of December. So do stop by to see those. Again, I wish you a very happy holiday, and I'll see you next time.